Alright guys, today's video is on Nike's Air Force 180 or Air Force Max 180. This is the first Air Max that Charles Barkley wore back in the day, 91-92 season, and actually it was part of the first big step from Nike that after the visible era, they made this 180, which was visible on 180 degrees all the way through the midsole and outsole. So along with this model, there was the 180 running shoe and I think it was the Command Force that David Robinson was wearing as well. So let's take a look. So this particular pair was released last year around Christmas time, but of course I had to double up, so I just a week ago I received the second pair from Jimmy Jazz. As you can see, the original price was $130, and this is the original colorway as well, the black, white, sport royal and varsity red. And as you can see, the Jimmy Jazz paper and the receipt wrapped in the white inside. And you pull the pairs out and take the box away. Just quick words on the box. This is the typical Nike sportswear box that we've seen in the last couple of years. I don't know, I kind of like it. I'm a bigger fan than the old style boxes, but I don't mind this one with the giant Nike and the swoosh on the side. Is not that bad at all. And here is the pair. Alright, so let me start with saying this. I'm a huge fan of Charles Barkley's line, and starting with this shoe, I remember back in the day, they were, in my opinion, one of the nicest pairs that they were released back in the day. And this is the 180 that I was talking about. You can see it's visible from the medial side, then it's visible from the bottom, and again from the lateral side. The setup here is, Air Max unit on the heel and Air unit on the forefoot. Traction back in the day was really nice as well. Herringbone and pretty much covering the whole forefoot, and a little hint on the heel area. The typical Nike stars, what a lot of people are calling them. They're actually not stars, but helps a lot with the traction, especially when you push with your toe. Those kind of moves. Another signature thing from back in those days is this hook and loop strap that was introduced in a lot of models, and this one and other Force models, and again the next Air Max 270, I think it was called. Well, not the name was not 270, but the Air Max was visible 270, so some people call it this way. The typical Nike Air on the back. This model was released several times throughout the years, and I think the last time was 2007, 2008 maybe. But I missed it for some reason. I always liked it, but now when I saw that it came out around Christmas, it was so unrecognizable, but unannounced. It was sort of like a quick strike, but not really. So everybody was surprised that it came out, and I bought it instantly. And for some reason, that shoe was not hyped at all. So actually, I kind of like that. And now that the prices went down, I had to double up and have another pair just to keep on ice. I have to say that the Durabook on this pair is very nice, very soft. I don't know if you the camera can pick that up, but definitely a nice craftsmanship on this pair. No excess glue anywhere. Stitching is perfect. The fit and finish is nice. The typical 180 air on the tongue is nice. That mesh tongue, it's actually pretty thick. Manufacturing days is 7/10/13 until 9/18/13. So last year manufacturer, a lot of padding around the heel area, which is actually very welcomed, and this sort of a soft material in the back. I forgot what the name was. Neoprene? Yeah, I think it's the neoprene. Typical in the heel area, but for me this shoe has a lot of style. Even back in the day when it originally came out, I was seeing a lot of guys rocking this pair, and that was so obvious. Of course, I could not afford it. I did not have the money for it. My parents will never, agreeing to buy this kind of sneakers for me. So I really liked it. It's and the cut, of course, back in the day was considered low. Nowadays it's more like a mid. I really like it. It's not too low. It's just not too high. But this typical cut is probably one of my favorite. Oh, interesting. That was one of the lace loops was not punched all the way through. So anyway, I mean, if you really like that model, you can still pick it up at Jimmy Jazz for way under retail. I think it's running around $60, $70, or $80. I actually picked it up for $80, but now I think they're lower than that. Comfort-wise, those are nice, really nice, very well padded, fit through the size, at least for me. I always wear 8.5 in Nikes and Jordans, so no surprise there. Of course, the dense polyurethane midsole needs a little bit of braking time, so in order to really feel that Air Max unit or the air unit in the forefoot, there will be some braking time, at least a couple of weeks if you wear them all the time, or maybe 6-7 wears at least to have that polyurethane soften up a little bit. Other than that, I mean, it's a shoe that a lot of people know, so really not a lot to talk about. It's typical black and white and royal blue, and there's hints of red with the Force. I think Nike should bring that Force line and the Flight line just the way they were back in the 90s. I think they had a lot of charm in them, and it had something special about them back in the day. So I really liked them. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite Barkleys. I have most of his shoes from the old days, missing one or two, I think, but throughout the time, I'll show you all the pairs, guys, and hopefully I'll come by and find one of those that I'm missing. But once again, it's a great pair. I love it. Stay tuned for more sneaker information, reviews, history, release dates, or anything sneaker related to collectivekicks.com. And until next time, guys, have a wonderful day.